What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Against All Odds podcast, and Mimi's back this week. Welcome back, Mimi.
Thank you.
Roll intro. So I've been at the field. I think I was at the field up in Irvine for about 6 hours today. I left here at 5:30. I got to the field around 6:45. And then I did my normal warm-up for 15 minutes. And then I was at the field training with the guys. We had a good group. We had like 10 guys out there. But we trained for about 3 hours after, the cool down. And we stretched and we talked and everybody left. Then Sam from the 10 Academy, he got me like through a session. Because he's been wanting to do that. He's been wanting to put me through a session. And I was like, yeah, I really wanted to do that. And it'd be like a little collab between our YouTube channels. It was an amazing session, but that was like an hour and 15. And then by the time, you pick everything up and you leave, it ended up being about 5 hours. And then I was leaving, and then a guy from other fields were like, Matt. And then so I came over and talked to them. They recognized me from the YouTube video. And then when I was walking back, another group of guys saw me. And
just so popular.
It was really cool though, and I never thought like I'd get this, but like I was there for like 6 hours. So I'm like, when you've been out in the sun and you've been mentally and physically just exhausted.
Do you have sunscreen on?
I put sunscreen on. Yeah. I have. I did.
You're a little rosy.
Yeah, because I was in the sun for 6 hours.
Did you reapply?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Okay, you don't have to believe me. How's your day been so far? This is the first time I've seen of you today. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's already 3? No.
2:50. Yeah.
I got up at like 6:45, 7, and then I edited my video for like 4 hours straight. Got that up. I wanted to be done with it before I started my day. Mm-hmm. So I got that up, exported and everything, and then I wrapped some presents. Then I walked Jake.
My presents?
No.
Okay.
I haven't got those yet. And then I walked Jake, and then I went Christmas shopping. And then we tried to meet for lunch, but we weren't hungry, so then we came home. I wrapped more presents, and then now I'm doing this.
We literally both met at Kava Grill, and we got there, and we were in line, full on, and then I was like, I don't know, what do you want? I'm not that hungry. Mimi's like, I'm not that hungry either. And I was like, should we just go? Should we go back home?
Yeah,
You're
so
like, yeah.
I kind of knew that would happen because we were on the phone. I'm like, let's meet for lunch. You're like, okay, I'm going to go grab a protein shake, and then I'll be on my way. I'm like, he's not going to be hungry if he has a protein shake.
It's crazy because it's like people talk about nutrition a lot and like about how like limiting your food sources. But if you consume food that's super satiating, that fills you up, like protein and fiber, you eat, like I had one protein shake and a protein cookie, and I'm still really full from it. And now what's it been?
Yeah.
Like 2-3 hours? Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you would have done the opposite, instead of going protein, you went with carbs, like, you got like donuts or you got something like that. It doesn't fill you up as much. But fiber and protein. So if you guys want to lose weight, you could, and you have to be in a caloric deficit, but fiber and protein make you feel full. That's satiating foods.
So we didn't get lunch.
So long story short, we didn't get lunch. Yeah. Can we talk about your latest video and what the big surprise is? Because this is going to come out on Sunday, so we have some time. Can we talk about your new product launch?
Yes, I suppose.
Or not. We can talk about something else.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It's fine. Where do I start?
I'll start.
Okay.
So Mimi has been wanting. You started off as an interior designer pretty much. You really weren't in that field, but then you started to realize that it's less actual design work and more back end.
So much back end.
So you kind of transitioned that dream, that goal from being an interior designer to going into having your own product line and in following in the footsteps of a lot of people who have been creating their own furniture, own lines, own designs, stuff like that. So for the first step of that, you created...
Yes.
You created a yes?
Yeah. So, I've been wanting to get started for a long time, but it's kind of scary because we don't know where we're going to be in the month. I can't start some big project and order a bunch of things and, contact a factory and all this stuff because I have no idea where I'm going to be. I can't ship anything. I can't even look at samples. So I was trying to think of something that would be really feasible and easy for me to make, as the first product, and that was a throw pillow. So we just started out by looking at a bunch of upholstery fabric stores. We went to warehouses in LA, Orange County, San Diego. I've been to a lot of warehouses lately. I've looked at a lot of fabric, and I found 3 that I really love. So I made 3 pillows, and I'm going to release them January 1st. So if you're interested,
Yeah.
can we overlay pictures or something?
Or
he doesn't want to edit that. Just watch my channel because I talk about all the pillows. And
go to Mimi's channel, watch the vlog. You can see the pillows there. And like, I am a harsh critic when anytime it comes to selling stuff. You know, like I think that if you are selling something with your name on it, it needs to be flawless. You know, and that's why I put in so many hours in my programs, and I put in so much, and why I haven't released T-shirts or why I don't do all that stuff. And when you were talking about making pillows, I had no idea how it was going to go. It wasn't that I didn't doubt you.
He had low expectations.
No. I didn't have low expectations. I was just curious to see how the end product was going to turn out.
Yeah.
And when you showed me the first product, the first pillow, I was like, what'd I say? I was like, this is a 10 out of 10. This is amazing.
Yeah,
like, I was like, this is real. And I'm not the person that's like, oh, 10 out of 10, everything's great. I'm like,
I was like, are you just saying that because it's me, or do you actually like it?
No, the pillow literally looks professionally done, and I'm very impressed with it. The hidden zipper that you created was awesome. Go watch Mimi's channel. It's way better to see it in person than videos.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but pillows come in all types of, I guess, quality like levels, and I have been around really nice pillows. Like at my last company, we would sell pillows to our clients for like $600. Like these pillows, that sounds ridiculous, but they're nice quality, like really, really high-end pillows. And so once I've been around that and once I've felt that and like had that in my hands, like I can tell the difference when I go and feel like a cheap one.
And now, so you can get those same pillows that you're going to sell for about $300. So it's a really good deal.
Yeah. If anybody has an extra $300 and they want a pillow.
That's stupid. Anybody that spends $600 on a pillow, I want to punch in the face. That's so stupid.
You know, there's a huge markup. Like my company, I'll just say it. We had a huge markup. And my whole thing is that I want my followers and my subscribers and my friends and family, I want them to have that great of quality, but not have to spend a fortune. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not going to like brag about it, but I'm making essentially the same quality pillows that we did at that company, but there's not the huge markup.
How much? I'm
not taking a huge markup.
How much you selling?
$50.
Yeah.
And I told that to Omar yesterday at training or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He's like, so how much are you selling for? I'm like, I was like, I'm trying to like go right in the middle. I don't want to charge too much. So $50 a pillow. And he was like, fuck. I was like, hey, I knew you were going to say that. My guys don't understand. But if you look at the scale, you have Target and Home Goods over here. And it's about like $30 to $40 a pillow. 28, 25 on the low end. And then the higher end from that would be like 60, 70, 80 at like Pottery Barn, West Elm, even 100 at Crate and Barrel, stuff like that. So I wanted to go right in the middle. But a lot of people that don't shop for this kind of stuff, they don't know the market.
Well, and to Omar, if you guys don't know, Omar Zini, who runs Pro GK Academy. I've known this guy for, 8 years now. He is the cheapest guy. I swear, when he would drive us to the gym, he'd be like, yo, can you Venmo me like 25 cents for gas? And it was in the Ramble, like the gym. He's like, can you Venmo me like 20 cents? And he wasn't joking. Like I Venmo'd him. Like I remember one time I Venmo'd him $4 and like little tiny amounts.
I mean, he lived on a futon for a while in someone's living room. So.
But like he's so funny. I love that guy, but he's the cheapest. We would go to Chipotle and be like, hey, can I get guac? And then be like, yeah, it's extra. He's like, how much? And they'd be like $1. Be like, he's like, what do you think? I'm made of money out here? Like, he's that kind of guy. He's that kind of guy.
So when I told him, he kind of freaked out. But I expect that, honestly, from guys, and not to, like, stereotype or anything like that. But they don't get the market. And it's the same thing, honestly, for, like, your soccer balls. If you were to go tell, like, me a couple years ago,
your friend
or like
Brittany about
my friends about how much you spend
$150
on a ball,
for a ball.
We'd be like, you're stupid.
$150 match grade soccer ball, and then you have your boots that are like, if you get the high top super flies, $300.
Exactly.
So you spend $450 for a pair of cleats and a ball. Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference. And it's not that you charge a certain amount just because, or because it's a name or whatever. It's usually better quality.
Yeah, and personally, I would never buy a throw pillow, to be 100% honest. I wouldn't. But
why do you say that?
What do you want me? I wouldn't be the person to buy a throw pillow. But there's people out there that buy throw pillows.
Well, you
right?
have to have a pillow eventually. If you were to have an apartment, you're telling me you would never buy a pillow.
Depends. Are you talking about an apartment that I would go to St. Louis or like like that? Or are you talking about like my actual home?
Your actual home.
Yeah, I'd get pillows and throw pillows there.
Yeah, you nap on your sofa every single day.
Yeah. Do I have pillows in my house in Portland? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Put one over your face.
Yeah, that's right. That's how I nap. Yeah. I throw a pillow over my face. But yeah, so I'm not saying like, oh yeah, okay, like throw pillows are stupid, but like right now,
Yeah.
I would.
It's really hard because like there's a lot of things that I would buy for myself at this stage of my life if I had a place to put it.
Yeah, and
but we don't have a home.
If
so
we
it's
had
really
like
hard.
a nice apartment, like 100%, I'd want a couch, pillows, decorate it, all that stuff. I really am excited for that period like of our lives.
Maybe when we're like 60 or something.
Hopefully 50.
Don't get my hopes up.
Yeah. But in other news, so I've been training down here, obviously, blah, blah, blah. Mimi's been down here. We've been down here for a few months. I leave for Portland tomorrow. First time, no, I went to Portland. I was in Portland.
Yeah, so we're pre-recording this, by the way.
Yeah. This is Wednesday, December
19th.
19th.
I think I said that in my vlog today. Is that right? Yes, that was right.
Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm going back to Portland. It's gonna be nice, especially after today. Like my body's so, I can just tell tomorrow. Nothing hurts and nothing's tight, but it's just mentally and physically exhausted. So I'm really excited for tomorrow to get on the plane, fly up to Portland.
And then it's Christmas.
And then just be with my family. And then I think I am still going to be training. I'm going to do a lot of indoor sessions in the squash court, that I used to do in the last off season.
Yeah.
Tight, control, touch, first touch. If there's a decent day, I'll go out to the field and do some larger space stuff. But mainly kind of do like every other day type
Probably
thing.
Probably be bad weather up there too. I want to look at it.
Oh
Because right now, if you guys don't know,
rain.
in San Diego, it is beautifully sunny.
I know, like we just talked about how I got sunburned today.
Just sun for
60,
San Diego.
60, high 60s, low 70s every single day.
Yeah, and then we have Portland, gray and cloudy.
Yeah,
and rain. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And it's funny that the days where it says like it's partly sunny.
Oh yeah.
The days where it's partly sunny is very different than San Diego's partly sunny. Like you'll see and partly sunny in San Diego, and I'm like, shoot, and you go outside, there's one tiny cloud in the sky.
I thought you were gonna say how like we noticed a difference in how they like say the weather because.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to him about our weather one day. We were like walking outside. I was like, oh yeah, it says it's supposed to be partly cloudy, and you're like, partly cloudy? Like who says partly cloudy? Because in Portland they say partly sunny.
Yeah.
Because cloudy is the norm, so then they sometimes get the sun.
I think
with us it's the opposite.
I'm pretty sure that's what all the newscasters say. I might just be an idiot, which is a very high possibility.
Yeah, very high. He doesn't watch the news anyway, so
yeah.
Just ignore everything we just said.
That could definitely be a possibility.
Yeah, let's just ignore what we just said.
But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and it's gonna be really nice to take a few more like a deload week, a little bit lighter training, a little bit lighter workouts, and
to go Christmas shopping.
To go Christmas shopping, let my body recover, and then just hit it hard in January. But in terms of the teams, like a lot of people always ask, like, actually, first before I even talk about this, I watched a video by Unisport, and I pop in and I watch probably one of Unisport's videos per month, if I'm being 100% honest. You know, the videos that I think they produce really good content, but I think a lot of it's tailored to younger players. But they had this one video that was the truth of being a pro soccer player, and it was a collab with Will.
Oh, the one you were watching in the car.
Yeah.
They did a good job making that.
Did you watch it?
I saw the beginning when they were like showing the player, and he did the thing where he like looks up like at the camera. Like,
well, Unisport they make really like high quality videos like that, and Will John is a big YouTuber as well that we've been in contact a little bit. He's super cool guy, really good career so far, and still going, and he's been playing for like 14, 15 years. But anyway, so they did this collab, and Will John brought in his friend as well, and they talked about the actual truth of being a pro soccer player. And these are guys
Sounds like a channel that I know.
And these are guys that have played in the MLS, you know? Like these aren't like even like players like that criticize me for being lower leagues. Like these guys have played in the first division of America, top divisions in the world. And the stuff they talk about, the struggle, the competition, about how when you finally get a contract, there's 100 other guys that would take your spot that are better or the same level than you, but they just don't have the connections there. Everything. And I loved it. Because it shows the real. I shouted it out on my YouTube. I put it up on my Instagram. I love that video because it's so true. And that's what like my whole goal with my channel and my podcast and everything is to show that side. Because how many emails and messages do I get? Matt, why don't you try to play for the Portland Timbers? Matt, why are you trying to go USL clubs? You should go MLS clubs.
Yeah.
They don't. I'm not saying all of you guys do, but many people have this altered perception of how easy or how uncompetitive this world is.
Yeah.
It's so competitive. And that people, even for me,
I just don't get why people even keep asking that, because you say that like in every video.
I think there's a lot of new people coming to my channel, and I think there's a lot of new people coming to Instagram.
I feel like it's so repetitive.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing, because that means more and more people are finding me, and I want to reach more and more people. So if I wasn't getting the same questions, I would almost look at that as like, oh, maybe I'm not reaching new people. It's the same people sticking around.
That's true.
And so I want to balance that.
But you also don't want to bore the audience that you already have.
Yeah, exactly. I want to tailor to both, where I can kind of talk to the people who've been around and be like, hey, you guys know, here's something new. And then I also want to be like, look, these are the main questions that always pop up. This is my response every single time. So yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with. But anyway, so they did this amazing video about the truth of a pro. But right now I'm in that off season grind where I'm trying to find a team, and it's been a struggle. It's not easy. It's so competitive. I mean, you talk to teams, and even with my resume, I've been playing in the pro for 4 or 5 years. Sacramento Republic, Orange County Blues, St. Louis FC, Germany, New Zealand. Still, you would think if you didn't know how it works, teams would be lining up to offer contracts. But it's tough. Yeah. You have to fight for it, and it's the instability of it is very tough. It's very, very tough. But yeah, I love it for now. It's definitely getting tiring, but I still love it. But I definitely would like to have a 12-month lease on an apartment so we can buy a throw pillow,
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. That'd be the life.
One day.
What's your plan for the next couple weeks going into Christmas, New Year's? You have anything? You just going to be here with the family? Any plans or anything? I wish this is like the first time we're not spending Christmas together for a little bit, huh? What, did we spend together last year?
Last year? No, I was with my family last year.
What about the year before that? We were in
Europe, and then the year before that we were in Europe. Okay.
So yeah, this is
kind of cool. We've been dating for like 4 years, and 2 out of the 4 we've spent in Europe for Christmas.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Could be worse. That's also the perks of the instability, but yeah. I was gonna say for my off season, for the next couple weeks, I honestly am just gonna be working on creating content. I'm really enjoying vlogging at the moment. I go through like waves where like some days like I hate filming, like I don't want to film anything, and I feel really boring and like forced. And then there's some days where like everything I do throughout the day, I'm like, I want to have my camera there. Like today, like when I was even getting something out of the fridge, I was like holding it right there. I'm like, who am I? Like I never do this. So I'm gonna hopefully like ride that wave a little bit longer. I wish I mean I understand it, and I go through that, but I wish that even on the days that you didn't feel like it, that you still try to produce something, Yeah. And I know that you have like blogs that are incredibly important. That it's not like that when you're not vlogging, you're just sitting around doing nothing. Mm-hmm. You're creating content on your blog. You're doing Instagram work. You're creating pillows. You're doing so many other stuff. But like I think that the one of the keys is to do it.
I wish I wanted to do it every day, like I do. Mm-hmm. But it's really really hard for me to turn something on when it's not on. It's kind of like the same thing where like all my life, like in high school and college, like even now, like if my friends are going to a party or they're going to go to a bar, like hang out, and I don't feel like going and I'm not in the mood, I can't change it. Yeah. Like some people can just be like, okay, let's just try it. I'll go and I'll get in the mood. Yeah. Like you can do that. My brother can do that. If I don't want to go, like I'm not going. I can't go. And I just have to wait till the next day. And sometimes I really want to go.
I know.
I'm either on or off. Like,
I've dragged you out to like interactions or social stuff like that when you haven't been in the mood, and I can just tell like Mimi's not in the mood.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's because you usually promise me something like we'll just be there for an hour, we won't drink, we'll just go home, and that's not usually what happens.
Because I'm usually that same way though. I'm like, I don't know,
because you get easily influenced into doing something that you don't want to do.
Yeah, and then once I'm there like, though, why? It's like what you just said though. Once I'm there, I'm like, this is fun. I like this. I like these people. Can't do that. And then that's like we've talked about this before about how like when it comes to social stuff like that, I feel pressured and I can change, and almost I'm into it and I love it.
That's why vlogging is such a like being consistent is really a struggle. And I know that I'm not consistent. I'm not an idiot. Like I know that I'm not, and I know that it would really help if I was, and I wish I was. Like I wish I could do every single day, but I mean, maybe in the future. I'm like working on it. I vlogged yesterday and today, so that's 2 days.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I think though too, like literally, I mean, even if it's not going to get great amount of views, I think just sitting down and talking about like even the struggle of being just so authentically real about something, like that's even something I want to do on my YouTube channel. Yeah. Is like when I am feeling really down or struggling about not getting a contract or whatever, to just put the camera down and talk for like 10, 15 minutes and like just show when you have no content and be like, look, I don't feel like it sucks. I'm not happy right now. Like I want it, like to show that.
I think that's a good idea. And also when we were listening to David Dobrik's podcast the other day, I like actually really related to the part where he was like talking about how he just hasn't had a break in forever, but he was talking about why he daily vlogs and why he vlogs every single day. And I think Jason was like, dude, why don't you take a day off, you know? And he was saying how he has the kind of personality where if he takes one day off, like he's screwed. Like he's done. Yeah, and I feel like you probably don't really relate to that, but like when I heard that, I was like, you know, I feel like I relate to that like a little bit because like it's happened with a lot of things, you know, even like I went like I remember in college I got like a membership to go to yoga, and I did hot yoga every single day for 2.5 weeks, every single day, because the first 2 weeks were like free, so I was like, I'm gonna get my money's worth. And then one day I didn't go, and then I never went back again. And I feel like I feel like I do that all the time with things like workout classes. Like I loved those, and I was going to 2 a day, and then I took one day off, and then I just didn't go back again. I was like, David, I think
that's the majority of people like that. No,
definitely.
But I've never been like that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, the thing is too, like you don't go through phases as much. Like I think it's like I think we have like a little bit of ADD in our blood, but like my family goes through phases of like hobbies and interests and just like none of it's not that we're not like it's not that we don't like dedicate ourselves to one thing, but like we just it's never been one thing forever. Like for you it's been one thing forever, like soccer forever, but for us it's like, you know, like my dad, like he makes bread one day, then he's really into kefir, then he's really into yogurt, and then he loves kombucha, and then he likes roasting his own coffee, and like every month it's like a different thing, and you go all in for the amount that you're doing it, you go all in, but then like the moment you kind of stop and then do something else, like you move on. And I wish I didn't do that. Like I wish that I was more.
I'm trying to think of my phases. Like but
it can be smaller. It can even just be like the type of workout you like doing. You know what I mean? Or like sometimes like, you know, you might like going on the Stairmaster every single day, but then a month later you get over it and you do something else.
But people always do that with workout, like not even workouts, like what you said, like how a type of workout. Like but I feel like most people do that with training or actual working out.
Well, it's because they haven't gone long enough to make that a habit.
Yeah, but like Omar was saying, like we were talking back to Omar from Pro GK, but he was like, yeah, man, like I'm good for like I have 3 months on, 3 months off. But as soon as I get out of the routine, as soon as I have that one day where I eat bad or I stop working out or I have a bad workout or I just don't go to the gym and I skip it, I'm done for 3 months.
Well, see, there is a psychological thing though, because that happens to so many people, and like maybe it might not be to that degree. Yeah. But that does happen to a lot of people.
But I like in my head, like I can't process. Like if for me, like if I'm on a diet, you don't understand it. If I'm on a diet or I'm working out and I skip a day, it doesn't ruin it, right? That has nothing.
But that's the way that people see it.
But why?
That's just the way they see it.
It's just a rest day. You have one bad day tomorrow. Just do it again.
Chill out.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just like I'm trying to process it though. I'm like I'm really trying to understand.
I don't know why. What's the psychology behind it? But I know that a lot of people feel like that, and I think that there's something in our heads that make us think that, because like even like I will go really healthy and I'll work out and I'll feel really great, and then we'll have one day where it's someone's birthday in my family, so we go out to dinner, we all have dessert, and then I feel like shit, and then the next day I'm like, oh, back to the beginning, you know? But really it's like it might be 2 steps forward, like half a step back, but you're not going all the way back. But I think the fact that you are going back, I think it's just like it like kills your motivation. It just is. Yeah. You know what I mean? It just kills you a little bit.
I don't know.
Like some people probably let that half step back really affect them.
They think that the half step back is going 2 steps all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, but really it's
just like whenever we go to Hawaii or Europe, we feel like, oh my God, we've gained 10 pounds. Like we've eaten so much food. And usually when we get home, we're either the same weight or less. That's happened every single time. Same weight or less.
That's true, yeah.
But it's like in your mind, you're like, wow, like I just wasted so much. I'm back to the beginning.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah.
But your body can rebound a lot better than people think it
can. Well,
and
then so many people too, like a week off for your body is really good. Now, I'm not saying that you should go a week off every other week, but like a week off 2 times a year is really good for your body. And that's something I had to learn, because I was the type of person that if I thought I was taking a week off, it was, to me, like I was taking a year off.
Yeah,
it was
well,
really bad. I was going to get rusty from it.
Yeah, the thing is, too, like, I'm sure for you it's, like, even more so, but I know that when you work out and you eat well and you get your body into a certain routine, it does bounce back faster.
Yeah.
So that's why people say, you know, just keep going to the gym every single day, and then if you want to have a piece of cake, it's fine. But the people who don't work out every single day and they have a piece of cake, their body doesn't rebound.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, you eat so healthy every single day, usually, you work out every single day, when you do take a little bit off, your body can probably bounce back a lot faster than other people's. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's like, that should be good motivation for people to work out when they can, so that when they do go off the rails or they go on vacation or whatever, that it will bounce back faster than it would have if you didn't, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, I've heard that somewhere. Is that true?
I don't know. Well, it would be good study to do. Good research study. Maybe
I've
2 Minute Tuesday.
I've heard that multiple times, but...
Yeah.
Because you're exercising your body is like you're getting it used to working better, because it's like a machine, you know, like it's running faster, it can burn more calories,
it's funny, I took the longest break. I have literally, from when I started weightlifting at age 13, as soon as I could go into the adults gym weightlifting area at age 13 on my birthday, first thing I did, got the mat card, you know, the athletic, upgraded from the junior member to the full member, and started working out. That was what I did on my birthday. Happy birthday.
Fun stuff.
I had a party too.
Sure.
No, but that was like
all
the next
old
day.
People at the gym. Happy birthday, man.
But I did that, and from that day, I think all the way up until now, until 26, so 13 years of working out, I hadn't taken off more than a week. If it was a vacation or anything, finals week, maybe, even then, not really. But that, when I had my surgeries, that was the longest I've ever taken off, you know, because I literally gone from not taking more than a week off to going, okay, now you can't have intense workouts from July through, and I still did a little bit of upper body light,
still go and like,
but I couldn't engage my core that much. So it was like machines, you know, where I had to they're like, just don't engage your core with it, and that's so hard.
It is hard.
But like, I did that from July pretty much all the way through almost a year, 10 months I'd say, without doing intense workouts, and I felt it, and I was still in shape, like I still had a six-pack and everything. And I was like, I remember going to the gym, and that was the first time in my life I'd go to the gym, and I'd be like, I am not enjoying myself. It sucks. The weights, moving it around, I was like getting fatigued and tired, and be like, this sucks. Yeah. And I've never had that in my life. You don't have the
stamina that you normally do.
I would do 2 sets of something, and my muscles.
And that's what normal people feel like every time they go to the gym.
Yeah, and I find, like, it hit me. I'm like, this is why people don't like it. Because I've always been on the other spectrum where you're killing the workout. You have a great one. You're sweating. You're like, that was awesome. You know, and it's still, you get tired and your body hurts and everything, but it's such a good feeling. And this was like, why is my body feeling like this when I have 110 pounds on the bar? Like, I connected for the first time. I was like, this is why people, you know, they especially have taken 5 years off of working out, don't enjoy coming back. And I was like, wow, that makes sense.
Yeah, I remember the first time we went to Europe together. I remember we were walking a lot, so we were getting some good cardio exercise, and we were eating a lot of crepes and a lot of bad food. Yeah. And I remember we got back, and I remember I went back to Ramble, and you were like in Portland or something. But I remember my first workout back was a leg workout. And I remember I texted you afterwards because I almost threw up. Like, I remember you told me, like, go into it easy. Like, you're not where you used to be, go into it easy. But I just did what I normally did. Yeah. And I did, like, the Smith machine, like...
So you just disregarded all of the information.
I disregarded all of it. So I was like, I can do it. Yeah. So I was doing, like, squats with, supersetted with lunges, like, weighted walking lunges. And then I did all the leg machines. And then I did, like, everything. And I even did, like, jumping something.
Nice.
And I remember I just sat there and I was like, I'm going to throw up. Like, I'm going to throw up. But it was so weird because, like... I didn't feel like I was out of shape, but I couldn't do what I normally did, and it was only like 2 weeks of like going to Europe.
Yeah, 2 weeks off.
And I remember just being so nauseous, like I almost threw up. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
Camera just stopped. There we go. Yeah, no, it sucks. It definitely sucks. And it's funny too, is as I've gotten older, I actually was talking about this with Jordan. This guy came out. He actually is from Seattle. He was a new guy. He came out today for the first time. He's friends with Jake, the goalkeeper from St. Louis FC. Okay. This guy's name is Jordan. He was playing at Colorado Springs, and we were just talking about, he's like 24, so he's like not getting older, but he's not 18 anymore. And so we're just talking about his time in the USL, what he's noticed, and it's crazy. First off, how many similarities there is with everybody, from like the grind of the off season to like the training to like the instability. He was talking about the instability and everything. And then we were just talking about our bodies and recovering. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 26 now. And he's like, what do you notice about your body? And I'm like, it takes me, from when it used to took me 24 hours to recover, now it takes me 48. And he was like, 100%, dude, 100%. And he's like, it's not like you can't play as hard. It's not that you don't recover. It's just that time is extended. So it's like, what do I need?
Steroids.
Yeah, I wish. No, we were talking about it because I was like, yeah, man, I had these combines, and or even I was talking about New Zealand. I'd play a game, especially coming back, and for the first time in my life, it would take 4 days for me to feel 100% again. And I'm like, 4 days, like my groins are still tight from the combine last week. I've been still training and doing stuff.
Well, it's because you've been training for 5 hours a day. So. Well,
today was an exception, but like yes, I could do this as an 18-year-old, and then tomorrow do the same exact thing again, and then the next day do the same exact thing again. And now here I'll go 5 hours, and then tomorrow it's going to be off day, So that's like just the difference. And we're just talking about it. It's really cool. And then the second thing that I really want to say is the more and more people and pros, and just with my YouTube channel and my reach now, like how many new people I've met over the last year, the more I'm a fan of people. And that's like, I used to think, especially when you're in your own little bubble, your own comfort zone, and you see people from other schools, other teams, other people in the higher divisions or whoever, especially on social media, and you kind of get a little bit judgmental. You're like, I don't know if I like that person, whatever. But then every single person I've met that's come out to these things, every single person I've met through social media, through YouTube, anywhere, Sheldon Tweety, everybody, I'm a huge fan of them. I think they're a great person, and they're just...
Well, that's why you shouldn't judge people, Sheldon.
Exactly. And so I'm like,
you know them.
But like, even with this Jordan guy, like, when you're playing other teams in the USL, and you're like, man, screw those guys. Like you see them, and they piss you off because they're the opposition, they're doing well, whatever. But then you meet them, and it's like every single person could be my best friend if I was hanging out with it. I think I'm a people person, but like the more and more people I meet, the more and more of a fan I am of people in general. Like it's crazy. It's really noticeable for me. The cat's coming in right now. What's up, Boo? No, she's not jumping up. Yeah, but like that's just something I've noticed. Like I really, and it's really, really cool. Like somebody will come up, and I'm like, especially when you have a common interest like soccer, it's crazy how fast you can connect. But yeah, definitely.
And on that note,
what?
I'm gonna make some Christmas cookies soon.
Oh, here's the cat.
I'm so excited.
Boo, you're gonna have to get down.
No.
Okay, should we leave her up here?
Yeah, she'll just lay down.
Oh, yeah, there she is.
You're so sweet.
Mimi has this thing where she does very, what's it called? Baby talk. You baby talk your animals.
Well, depending on the animal, I talk to them differently.
You talk
Boo's
to them
a little more mature, a little more manly.
Yeah, I'm like, Mimi,
she's more Boo.
You have to stop baby talking your with your
I have one cat, Bella, who her meow is the most high pitched thing you've ever. Like you can almost not hear it because it's so high pitched. It's like, meow. So I can't be like,
What's
Bella.
What's it like? What? One more time.
So I can't be like, Bella, get over here, Bella. Like it just seems so weird to me because that's not how she talks. So I'm like, Bella.
Yeah, and it's. As you guys can hear, it's not annoying at all, which is really cool.
And Boo's the cutest. Look, she has crumbs on her chin.
Yeah. And then so today too, I ran when Sam took me through the session. Sam Haynes, when he took me through the sessions, he like that's what he does. He does one-on-one training with players, and so like I knew it was gonna be good. I've seen his drills and all that stuff, and so he was like, "What do you want to work on?" I'm like, "Just put me through one of your normal sessions," and like. I haven't had the opportunity to really get trained by someone that much in my life. Like I had a little guy, I had a personal trainer that kind of trained me like once a week for like a year back when I was like 12, 13, Matt Atencio, that became like one of my biggest mentors in my life. And other than that, I did one with Guru Sobers over in England, but I've never really been doing those individuals like with a coach that teaches you and does the drills. It's always been on me. And so like, having that, like, it's so cool, one, to learn different drills and to get a different perspective and what they want to work on. And then two, like the high quality of it is so awesome. Like the ball was pinging, it was moving. I'm really excited for the video. It should hopefully be up by the time this is up.
Go watch mine first, though.
Go watch Mimi's first, and then you guys can watch my videos. But yeah, the ball's moving, it's pinging, it's like intense, it's sharp. And then we're both like, if we mess up, I'm like, no, again. And he's like, yeah, that was bad again, you know? Well, it didn't happen that much because it didn't mess up that much. But
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. No, but it was really, really good. And so like, I was really happy. And it made me almost be like, Sam, we should, you know, if you're down, we should do more of these. And he's like, yeah, I'm down. Ow. The cat's just chilling. How come she never hangs out with us until we're doing a podcast?
Until we're working?
Yeah.
That's just what she does. Like, if you're, like, typing on the computer, she'll come and just sit on the computer. Or, like, if you have paper or a book. Mm-hmm. Ow. She's, like, stabbing my leg. All right. I got to go make some Christmas cookies. I'm making, like, 3 batches. So we're going to have to wrap up this podcast.
Oh, you can go. I'll finish it.
You're going to finish?
Yeah, I can finish. I got some stuff to talk about anyway.
How do you
gonna go?
More to talk about?
I can. This is my job. This is what I can do. I love talking. I love the sound of my own voice.
I know.
All right, you want to go?
Yeah.
All right, so Mimi's going to leave now. I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going
to turn some mixers on, though, so it might be loud.
Close the door. I'm going to move this mic over here a little bit, but I'm going to talk about, like, Conrad. So Conrad Pleva, if you guys remember him from St. Louis FC, he called me on the phone. We FaceTimed, and we just chatted kind of about, like, just about life. Just caught up. Mimi, can you close the door?
Maybe.
Yeah, forgot pretty quick. So I talked to Conrad Pleva, and we just talked about life. I talked about our careers, talked about next season. We just caught up, and it was really cool. I mean, he was one of my best friends at St. Louis FC, and we just chatted. And we were just mainly talking about the struggle. Like, I mean, it's not even the struggle. Like, he's been in the USL now for like 4 or 5 years, and he's been doing really well. I mean, he was with the New York Red Bulls for 2 years, I think. He won a championship with them in the USL. Then he went over to St. Louis FC, and then after St. Louis FC, he went to the Real Monarchs. He did really well at the Real Monarchs this last year, and then he signed again for this following 2019 season. So he's not even struggling to get pro contracts. But we were just talking in general about like the instability, you know, the same thing that all USL players go through and all MLS players and pretty much every player goes through if you're not in the top leagues getting 5-year contracts from Arsenal. But he was just like, yeah, man, like everybody has their goals of what they've wanted to do in their career. Like for mine, my goal when I started off was like, I just want to have one season where I get a paycheck to do what I love, to play soccer. I just wanted to get what it was like, experience the pro lifestyle of getting paid to play, living on whatever, if it was $100 a month or $500 a month or whatever, and be able to live just off the paycheck. I knew the place I was coming from that I wasn't going to have enough to retire, you know, I wasn't going to have a crazy career. And after doing it once, I was hooked. I loved it, and I did everything I could to just keep on pushing for the next goal, the next goal, the next goal. And like he was talking about, he wanted to get his 100 appearances, his 100 pro appearances, and then he'd be happy with his career. But at the same time, like we struggle to go back and forth about this of being in this like weird mix of getting paid and being able to continue to play for a living, but not getting paid so much that it's 100% worth it to stick out everything. Like we get paid, but it's nothing to like write home about. It's nothing that you are, you know, making hundreds of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars a week or even a year, but you're still getting paid. And it's such a hard mix of like, do you go and try something else? Do you try to push into, you know, do you end your career and you possibly completely regret it? Or do you continue to do what you love, but then maybe struggle in the after your career? And I'm very fortunate with Become Elite to have this as like a backup plan, because I have a full vision of what's going to happen, and I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that. But for the majority of players that don't have a set backup plan, this is something they face every single year. And every year that they stick around in the league, and every single year that they keep on playing, that's 1 year they're not adding to their actual business resume and creating a future for themselves. So it is very difficult, and you see it happen everywhere, all over the leagues and all over the world. Do you chase after the dream? Do you keep doing it? Do you keep getting, you know, this instability, everything, all the negatives, the cons that come along with it, but you do get paid to play? And I think it is worth it. I think it's really rewarding, but it is very draining. It's very draining to chase after your goal. And you know, I wish it wasn't, but it's so draining. And that's why really going back to that Unisport video with Will John, why I liked it so much is because they talked about the competitiveness of the game. They talked about the instability. They talked about everything that is just so true. And I love it at times. And I also hate it at times. And I will be 100% honest, I hate the off seasons. I love the off-season training. I love where I can focus on myself. I love where I can get the guys out and get really quality trainings, exactly what we want to work on. But if we're talking about the actual off-season, behind the scenes of what goes on, going to trials, going to combines, emailing coaches, talking to your agent, trying to get hooked up anywhere, reaching out, doing everything you can, talking, facing rejection, or not getting called back, not getting texts back over and over again, that's not fun. I hate that. To be 100% honest, I hate doing this every year. You know, I'm loved it that year after Orange County Blues, where I had a contract set up for me the next year. Pretty much as soon as the season ended, I got a contract for the next year with St. Louis FC, and I was killing it in the offseason. I was happy. It was just amazing. But then all the other off seasons, you go through the same thing. You're like, I haven't heard anything. And just as quick as, you know, you could be here for 5-6 weeks hearing nothing, waiting. And then all of a sudden, boom, you have a contract offer. And that's how it happens. But you have to just show so much patience and just keep on tricking yourself, you know, that it's going to work out. And I have this video on YouTube talking about, like, it's called like Coming Clean, about like something. It was about last off season, about how I didn't have a contract for the 2018 season, and just I really opened up and talked about my thoughts there. And I think that was really like a real moment for me, and I think every pro in the off season going through that struggle, because it sucks. I mean, you go week after, it's unemployed. You literally every single season you're unemployed, and you have to go to a very, very limited amount of jobs with a crazy amount of other applicants applying for the same job. And you just have to hope that it works out. And so far it has worked out. But as soon as it doesn't work out one year, that's pretty much, you know, it's very, very difficult to come back from a year being out of season. You know, Will John will say it. Anybody will say it. It's tough. But yeah, that's what you sign up for. These off seasons, they suck. But yeah, I like kind of opening up, kind of just going on a rant about that stuff. That's gonna be it for the end of the podcast, though. Hopefully something will come up soon for me in this off-season time. I hope you guys are seeing how difficult it is, even if you have a decent resume behind you. But I hope you guys are also seeing how rewarding it is, how you really are living the dream. I mean, you see my videos, I get to play, I get to eat, you know, it's every day. That's my life, it's just amazing. You can't ask for anything more. Except for a little bit more money. No, but that's it. That's going to be the Against All Odds podcast, guys. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.